Hey GL fam, I hope y'all are all having a great week. I have a little helper today. This is Suzanne. Say hey, Suzanne. I wanted to come here and answer a question. I said last week that I was going to do a Q&A. Obviously, I'm home this week, actually spending the week with my sister and her new baby for Thanksgiving, and I have a friend here. So question, who pays closing costs? This is a big question. It comes up a lot. And the answer is a seller has their own portion of closing cost and a buyer has their own portion of closing cost. And sometimes, and honestly, I'd say 80%, maybe even higher of our transactions, buyers ask for sellers to assist with closing cost assistance. So what do those closing costs include? So your closing costs include the title fees to the title company. It includes your title insurance. It includes your homeowner's insurance, flood insurance if you're going to carry flood insurance. It includes lender's fees and taxes. So that is the closing cost, and they can range from, it depends if it's a cash sale or a finance sale, they can range from $4,000 all the way up to $12,000 in some instances, and it all depends on the sale price of the home. It depends on the insurance. Insurance is a big one. I find that that one is one of the ones that really makes the closing cost jump up. If you're in a flood zone and the flood insurance is expensive, that's going to force those closing costs to go up. So when you're making an offer on a house and you want closing cost assistance, or your lender tells you, and the good place to go to get that information is to talk to your lender, find out what you're going to need to close, because that's money that you'll come to the closing table with. So you'll want to ask your lender, what do my closing costs look like? Then when you go to make an offer on a house, if you need assistance, then you know what to ask for. Some sellers agree to assistance, some sellers don't. Some sellers will split it in half. But it is something that comes up very often in all of our contracts. So when you want to ask the question, who pays closing costs? Well, each party, each side to the transaction has their own set. Whether or not the buyer, if you're the buyer, ask for them in your offer is whether or not this seller is going to pay them. So that's kind of how that works. And that was a question that that came up, and it's a question that we get a lot. Sometimes we write contracts and we don't put any closing costs because nobody said they wanted it, and then after the contract is accepted, then they ask, well, what about closing costs? That conversation needs to be had way up front. So, and that's something that you would ask your lender, and that's something you would let your real estate agent know that you want or need to ask for closing cost assistance. So that is a question for today. I didn't have any other questions. I would really love it if everybody would comment with questions or message us with questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. This is the one that I got, and I thought it was a really good one. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I wish you and your families a very happy Thanksgiving, and we're gonna enjoy our Thanksgiving, right, Sue? Yeah, okay. Well, you all have a good day and a great Thanksgiving. See you all next week.
Mama, that is that how many people are watching?